Hola, bendiciones, y bienvenidos a todos a mi canal, Spanish Blueprints. Hello, blessings. Welcome everyone to my channel, Spanish Blueprints, dedicated to all of you Spanish learners to motivate you to continue to learn, break your barriers, and to reach your goals. Today, I want to dive deeper into the principle of just do it, Hazlo. But first, in my previous video, I talked about one strategy I utilized to get over my fear of speaking Spanish. And what I did was prepare a script, rehearse it a lot, and then I made a video of myself preparing a recipe. And the reason why this principle is so valuable is because I had zero intentions of making this video. I felt very uncomfortable. I never really talked about food vocabulary and phrases in the kitchen and things like that. So I just really didn't want to do it at all. But after implementing this very beneficial principle, I was able to get over that barrier, get over that fear, and the results were great. I learned a lot from this method, and I knew that it worked, and I was able to also explain how to utilize it to other people. And I bet you're asking yourselves, why is this man making a part 2 of something that is so simple? And it's because it's the honest truth that a lot of us Spanish learners, we do not implement it as we should in our daily lives, in our journey to fluency in Spanish. For example, I bet you can think of a handful of people in your family, your friends, or your classmates that have started to learn a language and then they stopped because it was too difficult and then they never picked it back up. That's what happened to me. Sophomore year of high school, I was taking a few Spanish courses, and then I decided that I wasn't going to take Spanish ever again for the rest of my life. And it was because I thought it was way too difficult at the time. The grammar, I didn't understand. I was sure that I was never going to become fluent. I wasn't going to comprehend the grammar that was going to be in the next few classes. So I decided not to take the class anymore. And I also did not like my teacher at all, so I also blamed it on her. Until I was obligated to take it in college, and then I had to take it again anyway. So for me, it's very important that we always keep this in mind during our Spanish journey. So we are always pushing ourselves to not stay in our comfort zone. Because if we stay within our comfort zone, we're not going to learn, we're not going to take risks, and we're going to miss a lot of great opportunities. For example, I went to Guadalajara, Mexico 2 years ago. And I went into one restaurant on the second day that I was there. I was extremely exhausted. And when I sat down, one of the waitresses came over. And then she asked me something in Spanish that I had no idea what she said. And I kind of just shut down. I asked her something in response, but then her face was just like kind of concerned. And then I just kind of shrunk down even more so, and I felt very uncomfortable. I didn't say a word. And then she left, and then another waiter came over who spoke English. So we were just speaking English the whole time. And for me, that was a very shameful moment, because that's the reason why I went to Mexico, was to immerse myself within the culture, to be around a whole bunch of Spanish speakers, and to increase my fluency, to increase my comprehension of the language. And as you can see here, I just let this great opportunity to learn pass me by. I didn't just do it and try to speak with my waitress. I didn't even try to resolve the language barrier. For example, just asking her questions como, me repites por favor, or ¿qué dijiste? Or algo así, something like that. Something very simple, just to continue that conversation but I completely ended it just because of the fear that I had and because I felt shameful, even though there was no reason to. All I had to do was keep explaining myself, or let her explain what she was trying to tell me. So that's something that you really need to keep in mind, is that you always try to put your own barriers in front of you. It has nothing to do with anybody else or the person that you're speaking with, but it's just your mind that has a lot to do with the barriers that you're facing. And then as well, it was an opportunity to resolve an issue with my listening, my speaking, and just overall communication. Because I've had other times where I continued a conversation with someone in Spanish and they actually ended up writing down what they were trying to explain to me. And then I looked at the sheet and then I read it and I was like, oh, that's what you said? And then I was able to continue the conversation. So that has happened multiple times. So that could have happened in this moment as well. But instead of continuing the conversation, I stopped. I got stopped in my tracks. So for me, it's very important that I tell all of you to just do it. It doesn't matter how you feel or where you are, who you're around, who you're speaking with. There's always an opportunity to grow. You can definitely get through a conversation regardless of how little Spanish that you know. Because people are, I tell you, like full honesty, don't usually care how much you know if you mess up your words, if you're messing up your grammar or whatever. As long as you can just communicate what you want, what you're asking for, then you're going to get a response as well. So I just encourage all of you to just do it as you continue to learn and become fluent within Spanish. And that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you thought of the video, and also of any just do it moments that you have had in the past. As well, give me some recommendations for any topics that you would like me to discuss in future videos. Hasta luego.